Hey everyone, welcome back to the Wimpy Studio. I'm here today, and we are here with our last Star Wars podcast for a little while. We're going to be ranking the Mandalorian Season 2 episodes, and I am joined by always mduhzay.
Hey everybody.
So, the Mandalorian Season 2 is over, and Season 3 is probably not going to come out until 2022, probably January 2022. So, we're done with Mandalorian for a while, and that means that we're done with Star Wars for a while too. We're not getting any Star Wars content until the Book of Boba Fett, so our preview, which will probably be in November, late November. So we're about 11 months away from Star Wars, 11 to 12 months away from Star Wars content. So how do you feel about that?
I'm sad. Hey, but there is a new book coming out on January 5th dealing with the High Republic, which is a new age that we really don't know a whole lot about. And so there is a little bit of content. So I'm going to read the book and then pass it on to Micah, and then maybe there might be something to talk about with that book.
And I got a book for Christmas all about Ahsoka. So
Yeah, that'll be cool.
I think I'm going to read it soon. I might do a podcast on it.
Can I read it
after
too?
when I hand it down to Dad, and if we both like it, then we'll do a podcast on it.
Sweet.
Hopefully. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So we have slightly different rankings, but
They're mostly the same.
They're mostly the same. So we're going to start with what we agree is the worst, and that is Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 2, Chapter 10, titled The Passenger. So this was the one where it was the spiders and the frog lady, and Baby Yoda was eating the eggs. We both agree that this one just didn't have much to it. It was kind of weird. It was still good. It was still a good episode. Every episode is good, but it didn't necessarily advance the plot in it. Would you agree?
Yeah, and I just didn't get the whole spiders thing. It was more like almost a horror vibe in it, and it just didn't. At the end of it, I was just like, So I agree that episode 2, The Passenger, was the worst, number 8 of season 2.
Mm-hmm. So now we are going to give each of ours. So my next one for 7th place is Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 7, Chapter 15, The Believer. So this was the penultimate episode. Pretty much Mando and Mayfield were kind of going on their own separate mission this episode. The reason why I give it this placement is probably because it didn't, definitely wasn't as intense as episodes 5 and 6. It was leading up to a big season finale, I get that, but then again, I wanted maybe a little bit more than what we got. It was still good, though. So, now what is your 7th place?
My 7th place was the first episode, The Marshal. Didn't really care for this. The only big reveal in it was Boba Fett's armor. And so I felt like that story was just kind of a side story. Really didn't advance the Mando and Baby Yoda story much, but it did give us the reveal of Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, I liked The Believer a little bit. I liked how Mando took off his helmet and revealed his face to the little computerized thing so that they could get the codes. And I thought that really spoke to his commitment to rescuing Grogu.
Mm-hmm. So, my 6th place is Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 4, titled The Siege. This one was good. I didn't really care for the mission as much. I liked the reveal at the end with it being revealed of Moff Gideon's mission. So I did like that reveal. The mission was just okay to me. It was a good episode. It just towards the bottom of my list.
Yeah, and my 6th place was the Believer, so episode 7, which was your 7th place. So we're pretty close there.
Mm-hmm. So my next one for 5th place, I have The Marshal, which you already talked about. I didn't really feel like it advanced the plot any. It was fun. The dragons were kind of cool. The ending reveal was definitely leading up to the ending episodes of the season. But yeah, it wasn't as exciting as maybe I wanted it to be. So...
and then, so my 5th place was episode 4, The Siege, which you just talked about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we have 4th place. We both agree on is The Heiress. This was The Mandalorian Season 2, Episode 3. In this one, we were introduced to Bo-Katan, which led to Ahsoka, which was cool. It had more of that Mandalorian Season 1 vibe with the Star Wars stuff in it. So yeah, I thought it was a pretty good episode.
Yeah, I loved it. I love seeing Bo-Katan. I'm looking forward to seeing her in Clone Wars and Rebels, but this was great to be able to see her live action. I like where this took Mando. Mando was confronted with the possibility that his religious connection to his sect, the way that he grew up, may not be the only way to live out his faith. And so he was confronted with a different way, and that was Bo Katan and her friends.
Next up, we have season 2, episode 6, titled Chapter. It's titled The Tragedy. This was the one with Boba Fett in it and Grogu gets taken. We both felt like this was season finale material, so that's why we both give it a pretty high rating.
Yeah, this was an excellent episode. We got to see a lot of stuff in here, including the death of a lot of stormtroopers, which was kind of cool. We got to see Boba Fett out of his armor and in his armor, and he kicked butt in both ways. So this was a really good episode, and sad at the end. We lost Grogu there. So
Yeah. Next up, we have season 2, episode 5, The Jedi. This was with Ahsoka in it, and it was just a really good episode.
Really good episode. She's awesome with her two lightsabers, and her interaction with Grogu was amazing. Loved that episode.
Yeah, and then of course, our first place is Mandalorian season 2, episode 8, chapter 16, The Rescue, the season finale. So much stuff happened. The ending was emotional. The fight scenes were on point, and I'm excited to see what is coming next.
Yeah, I mean, Luke's whole entrance, destruction of the Dark Troopers was amazing, and the reveal at the end and the emotion of Grogu going with Luke, and yeah, this is such a good episode. Best Star Wars yet so far through The Mandalorian, and loved it.
So we have a little piece of news that just came out today. So WandaVision, which is the first Marvel Phase 4 TV series for Disney Plus, is going to have 8 episodes instead of 6. So it will be airing from January 15th to March 5th. And we're going to watch the first episode, and then if we like it, we'll go back and review it, and we'll do a podcast on it, probably week by week. And then Falcon the Winter Soldier comes out March 19th, and that's going to be exciting. Then Loki's probably going to come out around May-ish. So we're going to have a lot of Marvel content, and then I think we're going to have Hawkeye, Mrs. Marvel. So pretty much 2021 is going to be built with Marvel content until we get the Book of Boba Fett, which the Book of Boba Fett preview will be our next, which will probably come out late November, will be our next Star Wars podcast. So we still have a while for that.
Unless we talk about books.
Unless we talk about the books, which we were hoping to. We were hoping to hopefully the first half of 2021 to give you guys a little bit of Star Wars, but it's mainly going to be Marvel stuff.
Yep.
So anyways, I want to thank you for watching my studio. We'll see you guys soon to talk about superhero stuff.